Yeah, have fun now.
I'm not really fine. Do you know they paid me last week and right now I can't even boost up to 10,000 naira in my account?
Seriously?
Yes.
Did you budget?
Which one is budgeting? I'm not a politician.
That's why your money is missing like NEPA lights.
But I didn't buy anything serious, shoes, bags, the thing that guys need now. And just like that, fiam, the money has disappeared.
But it's all these little things. That's why it's taking your money.
But what should I do?
See, you have to create a budget. You have to track your spending. You have to prioritize your needs over your wants. And you have to save before you spend, not the other way around.
So what you're trying to say that this money management thing is no child's play?
It's no child's play at all.
The Money Clique is an annual financial literacy program to help you up your money game. The Money Clique is not just about money, it's about mindset. So in the Money Clique program, go beyond budgeting to rewire your thinking, to rewire your mindset, to change your thinking about income, to change your thinking about money management. So we'll help you grow your income, we'll help you manage it, we'll help you invest with confidence. Money is not just about what you know. Money is more about how you behave. And every day in the Money Clique program, what we'll try to do is to influence how you behave about money. This is not just financial education. This is financial transformation. I will hope to see you become a part of it. Thank you.
Okay, hello, good evening everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of my Money Clique Chronicles. Today being the 30th day of October 2025, and you're welcome to yet another episode. If you're just joining us, if this is your first time, then you're welcome to my Money Clique Chronicles. My Money Clique Chronicles is a show, is an episode or a series where we come on board, bring members of the Money Clique program to share their story. We're not sharing impact here. We're sharing our stories. We're sharing the journey so far, right? So that's what the Money Clique Chronicles is. It's a chronicles of how our experiences have been in the Money Clique program. And every day from the 13th day of October till the 13th day of November, we'll have a guest, a member of the Money Clique program, come on board here to join us and share their story with us. And today we'll have yet another wonderful member of the Money Clique program. We'll have yet another billionaire who will be joining us here today, and she's no other person than Mrs. Maureen Nwobodo. Welcome very much, Ma. We're happy to have you here.
Thank you so much, Coach. I'm really excited for the opportunity to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for heeding to our call, for heeding to our invite to share your story on this platform. Thank you so much, Ma, for being here. Thank you very much for being a billionaire. Thank you very much, Ma. All right, Ma. So let's get right into it without wasting much more time. So could you just briefly introduce yourself, tell us a name, tell us what you do, and where you're joining us from?
Okay. Thank you, Coach. Good evening, and good evening, everybody watching. My name is Maureen Nwobodo. I'm originally from Nigeria, but I'm currently in Canada, and I'm a student. I'm a member of Money Clique. I'm happy to be here.
Oh, thank you so much, Ma, joining us all the way from Canada here on tonight's episode. Thank you so much, Ma, for being here. Okay, Ma, thank you for being here. We're happy to have you, and we would like you to tell us first what motivated you to join the Money Clique program.
Okay. Well, personally, I've really wanted to have a better control of my finances and be able to have like a better money habit. But I don't really know how or where to go about it. But first of all, where I heard about Money Click was from Coach Wendy. Maybe from one of our webinars that I heard about it. I said, this is very important. And again, for Coach to mention it, then it has to be very important. I just said to myself, maybe I'll check it out. But after that, I forgot about it. So one day I was just scrolling my phone and I went to Coach WhatsApp status and I saw Money Click again. He said it started like a few days. I said, Maureen, this must be your call to start. Like, you don't need any other motivation. This is like for you to open it, and today Coach have to post about this Money Click. Then you have to start. I just have to send a message immediately, and here I am today, and I'm happy I made that decision.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, but this whole week has everybody that came in this week came in through Coach Wendy. You know, they heeded the call when Coach Wendy called upon her. Thank you very much for heeding to that call. Thank you so much for being here. We are happy that you joined and we're happy that you are here. And we're happy more happy that you're here to share your experience with all of us today. So, how has the experience been so far, ma?
Well, for me, it's been very practical and eye-opening in the sense that one, coming from Nigeria, I never liked borrowing. Like, I don't like anything borrowing. I don't like it. If I don't have it, I don't do it. But
Yes.
coming to this country, I heard that you need to borrow to have credit score. Borrowing is important. You have to use credit card. Like that is how I started borrowing.
Aye.
I got my first credit card. I bought things instead of paying back. I heard if you buy things and you pay back immediately, then your credit score will not grow. Oh my god! So
Mm,
that's how I fell into that trap of buying and not paying, and the debt continued to increase and increase and increase. Oh my goodness!
Kai.
Until it was when I got into Money Click that I understood that there are other ways you can build your credit score apart from credit card, but they paint the picture in such a way that if you don't have the credit card, you feel that you are disadvantaged, that something is
Yes.
missing somewhere. Okay, you'll be like, oh, if tomorrow I want to buy a house, how will I get the credit score? Or if maybe I'm not buying the house yet, I want to rent a new apartment, how would it?
Mm,
So, because of that fear and lack of knowledge, actually, because
yes.
when now I entered Money Click, I know better. So that
Mm,
dropped me into a debt, like, oh God. And when it dawned on me so much that the impact of that debt was when we did the activity of net worth
net
together.
worth.
Oh God. I did the asset, the liability. I saw that I was at like minus. I said, oh yeah. Because the thing is, money will be entering your account and you feel that you
Mm,
have money, but not knowing that because you have that credit card debt, like you are zero, you don't even have anything. But
true.
sincerely, being in this money clique have helped me understand that it's not only with credit card I can build my credit score. And I'm still in debt actually, yes, but I've started working on it. I've paid out one of my credit card, and I'm in the process of paying out others. And I'm sure that I'm going, and once I'm out of it, never going back.
True.
Never going back. It's been like I have lots of experiences. And talking of budgeting, before I used to see budgeting as like when you budget, it's kind of very restrictive. It will keep you the but in this money click, I understood that budgeting is actually what helps you to be free. Like you understand where I'm going to put this money. It helps you to be more like organized and you plan your life.
Yes.
And like
Mm,
it puts everything together because ideally before it used to be if I get money to be in the account, when I want to spend money, I'll just go spend. By the end of
yes.
the day, sometimes before the next paycheck, you see that the money is gone and you don't understand where this
How
money
it
is going to.
went.
But with this budgeting, it's easier to understand like me, this is where I'm putting my resources and this is what is for. So like
Mm,
I'm happy I'm here and I'm staying here. I have lots and lots of experience, but I'll share as we go.
okay. Thank you so much, Ma, for sharing. And thank you really for sharing that part, especially for people who live in the diaspora, who have been made to believe that they have to take on credit. It's painted like you must take on credit, you must owe, and it's a wrong perspective. I've seen people who just moved and relocated, and already, before they know what's going on, they have a car on loan, the house on loan, everything is on loan. And before you know it, they are struggling to keep up with paying. Some people have mortgaged the next 10 years of their lives just because of decisions that they made in just a few years of the countries they moved into. And that's what makes the difference. Financial literacy makes the difference because you can now start to understand that, okay, I'm in somebody's asset book, because of the liabilities I'm taking on. And then you begin to take regrets and you look for other ways to get things done. So thank you very much, Ma, for sharing that part of your story and your experience. So what part of the program now has stood out the most for you? Is it the classes? Is it the money tips? Is it the book reading? Is it the what part of the program has stood out the most for you?
Well, I would say all of them because like each of them have an impact, like the role they play in our lives. But
Yes.
I don't like to miss the live sessions and the daily tips. For
Mm.
me, I describe Money Clique as the University of Financial Freedom, which is the university part is best explained in Igbo, like Marahadu, like you know every part. Because when you started with history of stock, like I used to hear stocks, but I don't know what
Yeah.
it is. I used to feel that it's for like those rich, very rich people.
Yeah.
When you started explaining, you went to the history of stock, how you started in the 17th century. I say, yes, we are here. Because normally it's in the university that when they want to teach you, they have to give you like the history of things for you to know how the things
Mm.
started, to be able to understand
Yes.
the flow of things. And oh my goodness, you now started from the history, the common terms in stock, like because every time we hear the bull, the bear, we don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't
Mm.
know what it means. I just say, okay,
Yes.
I don't put on it because I feel that it's not for me. It's not for people like there are
Mm.
certain category of people that is meant for. So
Yes.
that's it. That's what that daily tips for me is very, very important because like when we talked about stock after the teaching, I attended the live session, I attended even the class of stock marketing. But I said, okay, I'm going to do something. But that daily tip, when I open my WhatsApp, I'll see, have you started investing? Download the app. This like every day you see that. I have to one day I said, no, I have to just go. This is my important to go and do something. I have to go to my bank. I said, I know that to be able to invest in stock, I need to do my due diligence. Because I know I don't have the time to do due diligence, and I
Yes.
know that coach always say that there's no time for excuse. Those that give excuse are cheap. So I don't have any excuse not to give. Because even
Yes.
the right time to invest was yesterday, and the next right time is now. So I said, okay,
Yes.
let me just walk to my bank and say they should open mutual fund. At least I will not be the one managing it. So that they'll be
Mm.
managing it for me at the moment when I'm ready to do my due diligence, then I'll now
Mm.
start on my own. Because saying, oh, I don't have time to do this, and time is going. And for what you've taught us, leaving that money there, the longer the money stay there, the more the money you get. So I just have to, after seeing those daily tips, I had to go to my bank and open my mutual fund. And this is my very first time of having
Mutual
mutual
fund account.
like anything investing. Like all I
Mm.
said before is that you save so that on rainy days, so that when you need the money, you have to use it.
Mm.
But saving to invest, I don't know anything about it. So, oh goodness me, I'm really, 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 really happy that I'm here. Like my life has been transformed. Again, in budgeting,
Yes.
I didn't know that you budget for fun. I think you just budget for maybe budget for this, budget for that. But here I know that you budget for fun, and that makes a lot of sense because
Yes.
if you are budgeting for all these things and you that is working, there's no time to relax, recharge, and recuperate.
Mm.
It's difficult. But when I now had, oh, so there is a way that I can budget for fun. Like I like I like that idea because it's because it helped my mindset because I told you that I used to think that budgeting is very restrictive. You don't
Yes.
you if you budget now or when you want to do this thing, when you want to go out, let me say you want to take your family just for an outing, you don't it's no place in the budget where it's calculated.
Mm.
But knowing that I can budget for that, it helps me
Yes.
to make a better decision. So everything is very but that money that daily tips is the bomb for me.
Okay. Oh, that is wonderful. Wonderful. And just like you said, we can budget for everything. Generosity, fun, everything. It's all about budgeting is all about planning for it. It's all about making sure that okay, this is the plan I have for this. If not, then it means that before we know it, we'll spend money on one thing and deprive ourselves of the other. And like you said, yes, funny enough, a lot of people do not realize that you can actually budget for fun. And that's the reason why a lot of people have burnouts from budgeting. You know,
Sincerely,
so the budget, and at the same time, they feel like they are restricting themselves. But when you understand that it's more even of freedom, you understand that it even helps you plan for the fun even better. It helps you plan for the vacations, but anything you want to do that is fun to you, it even helps you better to do it. So that's the whole idea, and I'm really happy that you got it. And yes, the money tips are there. The money tips will keep coming, and I'm happy that the money tips are actually getting, and we're getting what we want to get out of the money tip. Like I will say, the aim of the money tip is that everyday change in mindset, reminding everybody that yes, this is where we are headed to. This is what we need to do. This is how we need to do it. That's what the money tip is there for. And I'm happy that it's doing what it's intended to do. Thank you so much, Ma, for sharing. So now, Ma, we want to know, um, were there financial habits or mindsets that you had before joining the program that the program has helped you change? You've shared quite some with us. You shared how your mindset about budgeting have changed. Are there more?
Yes, there are. Like this is you talked about declaration, mindset.
Yes.
I wrote it even this morning. I had to go and check it. My own declaration is I am an excellent money manager. So those
Mm,
declaration, like it helps me when we are anything about financing now. Like the way I talk about it with confidence. If you don't know, you say, ah, it's like this girl is 1 billionaire, like she have tons of money somewhere. Because like there's this kind of confidence I now have because compared to what I used to. I know that money noise before, it's not that I was so scared of money, but like the
mm,
mindset is not the same. Like my mindset have really changed, a different
mm.
mindset. And now that this debt, I know that I'm coming out of the debt. Like before, because before now with this whole debt, you have to, it was practically yesterday one of my colleagues was saying, oh, I don't have any debt on me. The other person say, why? Why don't you have debt? How will you get your mortgage? The girl was saying, I don't need debt. I don't, like she was practically like, are you insane? How will you not be? How would you have
Mm,
debt? So, and I, because of how the system have made it, you feel that debt is the way to go. So, I
mm.
think that this debt deliverance, I'm very grateful. That's a whole lot for me. And I know that I'm on a journey to complete it. And before the end of 2026, I'm coming out of it. Hopefully, I'm never going
Yes.
back. I'm never going back.
Yes. Yes. I will be here to celebrate with you. We'll be
Yes.
here to celebrate with you when that finally happens. Like you said, debt is not the way to go. They would always, the people who are selling the idea of debt are the people who are benefiting from it. So they will do anything to sell that idea at every, they will do anything to sell it. And it's becoming worse. It's becoming worse the way debt is being sold, to us today. It's even being sold to the younger generation. Just like we're having this discussion yesterday, and somebody was we're talking about gambling. And I think it was Mrs. Emily in the comments was telling us how they are now placing billboards in front of primary schools, gambling billboards of gambling companies. The same thing is happening with credit cards today. Credit card companies now send emails to children, to teenagers, right? They send emails to teenagers. So by the time most of them are just getting into college, their mindset is already ready to take up credit cards. So it's something that has to change. It's something that can change one step at a time. It's something everybody needs to understand that no, this is a strategy by financial institutions who the truth is that debt is a tool of modern day slavery. Whether we want to accept it or not, it's a tool. And there's one question I usually ask people. When people come into the Money Click program at first, and they say, "No, yeah, in this system you must have debt. You need to use debt." And I ask them, "So, with the wealthy people in that system, what happened? They don't have debt. So how do they go? How did they get things done? So it just comes from a place of not understanding. And what it's a myth. I would say it's a myth that everybody have come to adopt. Thank you so much, Ma, for sharing that with us and how your mindset have changed. And like you said, the declarations, yes, the declarations is something that it's something that is simple, but yet it's very profound because every day, right? One of the ways that we can change our mindset about how we talk about money, about how we react or in relationship to money, is by what we say to ourselves. And it's by understanding the power of our subconscious mind and how the subconscious can affect the subconscious. And every day declaring to ourselves is us using the conscious mind to, change our subconscious mind. So, Mark, here is my next question for you. So, in this past few months, what tangible changes have you noticed in your finances or your money habits?
One like I've said earlier, the debt own. I've like once the money is coming, I'm budgeting now. I'm budgeting first to pay debt before
Yes.
any other thing because like this Dave Ramsey, the total money makeover, for me is the best book for me because of where I'm coming from.
Mm.
So that is important. We have to make sure that we pay out that debt so that you now be able to be in a better place to start saving up your emergency fund and other
Yes.
investments. So
Mm.
for me, this debt hold is key, very, very important for me. Then the other aspects, like the other aspect I want to is still on this debt. One practical change I've seen few days ago, like the phone I'm using now, I'm using iPhone 13. Few days ago, the network provider called me and said, "Oh, the your contract with us will be ending next month, and we are suggesting if you like to upgrade your phone, we have this plan, this plan." I was just say, "Okay, let me hear the plan." After listening the plan, I said, "Oh, that is too much for a student to be having that type of money." He said, "Well, we know, but like they were kind of trying to convince me and all that." I said, "You don't know that I'm no longer where I used to be." Said them, "No, I'm not interested. Like, why would I upgrade my phone? The phone I just got like in less than 2 years. You want me to upgrade it and
Yes.
increase the debt? Like, do you know the extra money you have to pay for this is like almost $100 plus something, and you have
Mm.
to pay this every month. You can imagine
Mm.
like, it's so
Wow.
like it's too much. So I just told them no, that I'm not interested. Which normally it would have been me. I'll say, it's not financing. Before the next 2 years, I'll be able to pay after I pay this.
Eh,
So, but now I know better, so I'm not going. Yeah.
and it also comes from a place. There's something I always, one question I always ask or put up to my own self, especially when it comes to phones, and upgrading phones. Yeah, I ask myself, so is this phone? How much is this phone making for me? And you see, when people understand the concept of function before fashion, then it becomes easy to say no. Just like you said no, to upgrading the phone. Because, okay, the new upgrade, what difference is it going to make for you? Is it going to help you make more money? Your phone is still functional. It's not too long that you got the phone. All those things. But these are all the things that come from being in a place where you become more aware. And like you said, if you were not aware as you are now, then I'm sure you'd have jumped on that offer. Say, well, go ahead, give it to me. Let's go. Get me the net. You might even go for the iPhone 17 self that just came out,
It's true, because that's what they were actually selling to me.
Oh my god. Uh, I'm happy. It's what awareness can do. Awareness, simple as awareness, can change a lot of things in our mindset. And I'm very glad that you're sharing that with us, Ma. So, Ma, yes, you've shared quite a lot with us. You've shown us how the program has helped you to handle money differently. In fact, what you just shared about your interaction with the phone company is very profound on how the program has helped you handle money differently. It means that you have become more and more aware, of your financial state. So, Ma, would like you to tell us how the program has influenced you know that your discipline has improved, in terms of budgeting. You now budget more than you used to, or maybe you didn't used to budget before because you didn't like the idea, but now you now budget. Now, how about saving? How about investing? How much more have you put into that?
Okay, before share my own, I want to share like my son. Thank God for Coach Wendy again. My son used to like be more screen focused. Like when you're busy, it's okay. You just give them screen, and because of
Yes,
that, they like really so focused on screen. So ideally, if you give him two options of screen and something else, he will definitely choose screen.
screen.
But being in money clique and I taught them about saving, and we got each of them have one is four, one will be 6 in December. Each of them have like a piggy bank where they save up money. So normally within the week, when they do their chores, we have like a sticker, which at the end of the week, the agreement was that at the end of the week, the sticker will build like points for them to have screen time during the weekend. But this time I said, okay, I want us to do something different. Instead of just giving you screen time, I want you to choose. you have accumulated so so and so stickers, but
Mm.
now I want you to choose. Would you want me to convert this sticker into money and give you so that you put in your piggy bank, or would you want me to convert it into point hours for you to watch your screen? I was just watching. Hoping to see what he'll say. Do you know, to my greatest surprise, he said he wants money, that he wants to see it because he wants to buy a golden crown because he's in the
Ah,
BLA. And you know, in the BLA, they call them kings. He said he cannot be a king
yes.
without a crown. So he has been
Mm.
saving to buy a golden crown. So
Ah,
he said I should give him the money so that he'll add up to, he'll put in his piggy bank so that he'll be able to invest to get enough money to buy a golden crown. Like, I was so, that touched me in such, like, I was so happy, like overjoyed for him to have chosen money over speed.
yeah,
Ideally, it's not like, it means that no matter how little what I'm saying or what I'm doing, I think it's working. So
it's
that's,
working. Mhm.
yes, exactly. For me, it's really working. And coming to my own aspect, is that one thing that budgeting thing, I one of the money clips you used to say, you say that small leaks sink big ship.
Big ship,
That's
yes.
talking about the importance of budgeting. Because
Yeah.
normally before it would have been like, maybe if I see I'm doing something, I will say, okay, subscribe so that you'll be getting the premium version, and it's just maybe $2.99. You say, oh, this is small now. But when that money accumulates every month and is accumulating at the end of the day, you see that is a whole lot. So
True.
that thing that made me, whenever I see this thing, I'll be like, don't I have other subscription? Would I get the benefit from it from what? Like, I don't just click and subscribe normally. Even I had to now go back to my email, check where the purchases there, check all the things I've subscribed for, start
Yeah.
unsubscribing for, because there's some things you subscribe for and you're not even
You
using.
don't even use. Mm.
Exactly. The money they are just taking at the end of the day, you see that your money is just reducing when you are not
True.
using it. I go there and I check all those things. I start on subscribing for things I know that have not really been useful for me. But
Mm.
ideally, before I would have just left it. After all, it's just $2. But that
Yes.
$2 when you calculate it, so that big ship. And another change for me is this issue of when I checked my net worth and I was like, oh my god, do I really have hope? Like, is I'm in minors. How do I start? So, but what helped me was the importance of not giving up. When I
Yes.
watched that film, that True Spirit about his
Mm.
person, oh God, I watched. I say, how can, like, oh, as like she was so persevere. She never give up, even when the ship capsized. Like,
Yes.
that movie, I was like, this is good. So what is it that I would just give? I said, if I give up, then that's the end of it. I even when
Mm.
you talked about the story of Sylvester Stallone, about him having deformity and still be able to break out of it
Yes.
and still make it part. I was like, if these people with all these limitations, like the limitations is evidence that everybody could see these limitations and they were able to outgrow that and move above it. So me, I don't have excuse. Oh, so I have to
True.
break
True.
out and start working towards it because if I stay in that my negative without doing anything, it's the worst because it keeps increasing negatively. But if I start doing something, it may take time, but definitely I'm going to move into the positive aspect. So that's a great one for me. I'm really, really happy.
Oh, no, honestly, I am happy as well, because it's quite a huge shift, that you've had. And just like you said, the shift is not just for you right now. It is also impacting on your child as well, because it happens subconsciously, it just happens subconsciously. And I'm really happy that that's one of the mindset shifts that you've had, and I know that more are yet going to come. There will be more moments where things will change from how you used to see them before, to something that is clearer. And it all comes, like I said, it all comes from awareness. It all comes from awareness. The more aware we become, the more knowledge that we get to soak in, the more we get to do things differently. Because, like you said, before, it would seem like $2 here, $2 there, it's nothing. But by the time you put them together, it
The
makes
lot.
up a lot. It makes up a lot. You will be shocked. $2 here can there and there can make up to $50 every month.
Mhm.
$50 times 12 months, you know how much that is going out of you. And that can go to something that is important. The problem is most times most people are not aware to look out for the small leaks. right? Because they think it's nothing, but until you plug those small leaks, you won't understand how much damage they are causing to your finances. Thank you so much, Ma, for sharing that. So, Ma, would like you to tell us. So yes, so you've told us how the program has influenced your discipline to budget, and it also comes from you also having a goal, and that's what that exercise of looking at your net worth does for you. It helps you see where you are, because from where you are, you will determine where you'll be going to. And that's where you now decided, okay, the first thing for me to do is, for my baby steps, I need to clear my debt. That became your goal. And that goal is now what is driving your budget. And that's how very important it is for us to have financial goals. When we don't have goals, we do not have a direction. There's no direction when there's no goal. So a financial goal is actually very, very, very key. All right, man. So I'm sure that you can say comfortably that your perspective about money has changed since you joined the monetary program.
Of course, it has changed. Just yesterday, I was talking with somebody, and she asked me, I was supposed to pay money for something, and I said, "Oh no, I don't have money." I just remembered. I supposed to say I don't have. I said, "No, no, no, I have money, but I'm not. It's not in my budget now." I had to say it. I say it. I repeated it. So
Yes.
I have the money. I am wealthy, but the money is not in my budget now. I have to put it in my
Mm,
budget. So next
mm,
time, please inform me on time so that I put it in my budget.
mm.
It have changed, but before normally I would say, "Oh no, I don't have money." It's the
Yes.
normal thing. It's just so simple.
Yes.
Before you know it, I don't have money for that. I don't have. But now I've known that I have money. I'm wealthy, but it's not in my budget. I have to put it in my
Yes.
budget now. And that
Yes.
also happened when my son asked me, "Mommy, we need to buy something." I'll say, "Okay, make list for it so that we'll put it in our budget. So that next time we are going to buy something, we need to buy it."
Mm.
Even when we go to the store, she will say, "Mommy, we want to buy this." I say, "Do we need it or we want it?" You know, I say, it's like we want it or this that's how we be doing it now. So my mindset have changed seriously, and it keep changing. So that's it. I'm so happy.
I'm happy. I'm happy. Thank you so much for sharing that, man. I need one thing. Yes, it's a good question. In fact, that's one of the things that we discuss in the Money Click Kids program. Before you buy something, ask yourself: do you need it or you want it? Do you need it or you want it? But that question might sound so simple, but honestly, that question can save someone from making a financial disaster, because most of the things that we buy out of impulse and rash decisions are things that we want. They're not actually things that we need. And if we can have that consciousness to look out for the things that we need first before the things we want, then that is something that is not going to be around us. And also, just like you said, that awareness of the mindset to mind what we speak about money is also very, very important. And it's something a lot of people take for granted, not understanding how it affects them, how it affects their mindset. When someone keeps saying, "I can't afford it now, I don't have the money," the person doesn't understand what the person is doing. But when you get to understand how the subconscious mind works, and in fact, I'm so excited that there's a book we're going to be reading next year, that is about understanding the power of your subconscious mind. Very, very, very wonderful book, because we need to see better how this thing works. When you understand better how your subconscious mind works, you won't open your mouth and just say anything. At some point in my life, I got to understand that our elders, our elders were wise. Our ancestors were wise. Why am I saying this? Our ancestors will say, "You don't be careful what you say." Even I know across many cultures, even Yoruba culture, they are very, very wary. They are careful about what they speak. In the Igbo culture, so they're careful about what you speak. So many cultures are careful about what they speak, in their mouth. And at some point, the aspects that they say that is from the aspect of spirituality. But that's not just the only aspect that what we speak affects us. It also affects us from the aspect of psychology, from the aspect of the mental mind. And that is one thing that came to understand. And that's the reason why we have that in the Money Click, where you need to be conscious of the things that you say. Thank you so much, Ma, for sharing that. So, Ma, what has been your biggest breakthrough? What has been your aha moments since joining the program?
I have a lot from what I've shared. But another thing is like when we read about the total money makeover that I made,
Yes.
and our presentation was the emergency fund. Our my group presentation was on the emergency fund. So I
Yes.
started this emergency fund. So and I've saved for a while. So but at some point I needed to buy something.
Your
I told
discipline.
myself, I don't have the money, but I have money in emergency fund. It's not emergency. And I used the money and I bought that thing. So, but when I was now preparing for that, I was reading that book and I was
Mm,
not going through that particular part. And I said, one thing is to have an emergency fund.
mm.
But another thing that is very important is to know if what you're spending it on is really an
Yes.
emergency.
Mm.
That's where I then began to think about. I said, no, that money that I spent, it was not an emergency,
True.
because that thing is not something that just came up. It's not something that I could not have even done without. But because that money was
Mm,
there, I've saved it. I just felt that is an emergency. I don't wait and use the money. So that thing was very, very striking for me. And going forward, I've known that once I start again I start saving up another emergency fund, that will be very critical. Because one thing I learned very important for me in what that Dave Ramsey said, that in his emergency fund, before they use it, that they have to sleep over it. Like they don't just use it.
yes.
They have to pay with the wife, they have to sleep over it to really be able to think and consider and say this thing that we are spending this money on, is it really an
Emergency.
emergency? So that
Mm,
one that thing just stick in my mind, that if I'm saving an emergency, it's called an emergency fund for a reason. So I should not
yes.
just use it because I want to buy something or I run out of money and all that. So that book for me, it's like I read that chapter. That that chapter is really that step three. Is like I just liked every part of it, how they took his time and explained. And that book is really, really very relatable. Like it's not something out of the ordinary. It's something that you
Mm,
read every day.
yes.
You see yourself in the picture. Like it's
Yes.
not abstract. So since I read that book, I was like, God, I have to really be conscious. Some things we do, we just feel that it's not really matter. No, you have saved it. It's your money. Why are you keeping it there? But you
True.
save it for a purpose. And that's why I understand that the importance of defining your purpose. That's your goal. That which is
Yes.
destination. It's not about the process. It's about
Mm,
making sure that you get to that goal, which is that financial goal. Because if that money I've set it for an emergency and I've used it for something very frivolous as I did, and an actual emergency now come up, you see that I don't have any money to use, I will still fall back to what I'm running for, which is the credit card.
mm.
It's
True.
a whole lot.
True, 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 true. Thank you so much, man. Yes, thank you so much. And like you rightly said there, somebody's even saying in the comments that the book, that's Mrs. Messi, is on him. He's saying that the book, Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey, is my aha book. And the book is
I agree.
the book is indeed powerful. The book is eye-opening, and it will open your eyes also a lot about debt, about all the myths
Yes, he
around
talks
debt.
so much about that's also part of the reason why I like it, because it gives
Mm,
you strategies on how to overcome and be able to use the snowball and pay off
yeah,
yourself. So that book for me is everything I want.
true, true, true. The book is everything in one. Everything in one. Thank you so much, Ma, for sharing your aha moment. In fact, I would also say that that was your aha book, according
I
to
agree. Thank you,
everybody.
Messi. So I
Yes.
have book too.
Okay. All right, but so want to know in what ways has from time to time we share other people's win in the program, other people's experiences. People come to share their experiences, their progress. So in what way has hearing other members' experience and progress in the Money Click helped you?
That helped me greatly. Like, and there was a time someone shared testimony that she had been able to pay off her credit card debt. And
Mm,
because I because of where I'm coming from, I'll say, oh, if this person is able to do this, me again, I can be able to do it. And another thing, like the first Money Chronicle by Emily. So she said that every win is a win, there's no small win. Because I was just
mm,
dancing, hey, I want to come for an interview. What have I achieved? You are in debt. You know, when your man is telling you, what is it that you want to come and say that you don't have any much progress? But
Eh,
listening to her saying that there's no small win, every win is a win. That stood
true.
out to me. And since then, even beyond financial, anything I do, I just say every win is a
Is
win.
a win.
It helps
Yes.
me to celebrate
There's no small win.
smallest, exactly, even the smallest thing. On Friday, I we had a presentation in the department, and I just at the end of I thought the presentation was over. I've never really stayed to the end of that presentation. I've packed out my poster. I was already going home. The next thing, someone texted me and said, "You got an award." I said, "Ah, an
Mm,
award? Are you sure?" As in, like, this is that.
nice.
Are you sure? And I had to go back, and everybody like, "Maureen, where have you been? I've been calling you." Like, I was like, "Wow." And I went down and I collected the award. I went home. One of my friends sent me a message. Have you celebrated? I said, celebrate what? Is it not just yeah, like I was like, but I now remember that every win is a win. Because of
Yeah.
that, I have to make a special meal and we celebrated it. So it's for me, it's very community is very, very important because it helps you something some mindset you have when someone will share, say, oh, so this is possible. So this is like it opens your eyes to possibilities. You'll be able to do anything if this person can achieve it. And sometimes that people will share how they also did it. It's not just they did this thing. So I will say, okay, I did this and did this, and I was able to achieve this. So, okay, if this person did this, maybe I can try it and put it. I'm like now tailor it to my unique situation and say, okay, maybe I'll do it this way. And you see yourself achieving that. So that I'm very, very happy that I'm here. It's because of one of the things I've learned from this community. So thank you, Madam Emily. Every win is a win. Yes, yes, I
Yes,
agree.
yes. Every win is a win, you know, and it is in appreciating the small things that we get to appreciate the big things. And it's in appreciating the small things that it will encourage us more to continue. Because if you don't appreciate the small wins, how are we going to be encouraged to continue on the journey? You know, so every win is indeed a win. You know, so thank you very much. In fact, I think we're going to attach that phrase, every win it's a win. We'll attach it to Mrs. Emily as Mrs. Emily's words. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, ma, for sharing, ma. We celebrate you too, ma. We celebrate you. Thank you so much. So, but let's look more now towards the future as we round down. What financial goals are you now more confident of achieving because of the molecule program?
First of all, this debt, next, like before this time next year, I must,
Yes.
it's a must, I must be debt free. Like,
Hmm.
must is like capital letter. So that one, I'm very sure. Like, before, I'm like, how is it possible? But now, I'm very sure that it's very, very doable. So,
Yeah.
and beyond that, I hope to start my emergency fund again. And one
Hmm.
is be more confident in being able to invest in the stock because it's very, very important that beyond working, because if all the money we get is just by working, how much more are we really going to get at the end of the day?
Hmm.
So for me, I'm confident that I'll be able to invest more and also get more benefit, very good investments because of the knowledge I've gotten from this money click. I'm going to do
Yes.
better financially. That financial freedom, I'm already there.
You know, that's the goal, and you will get there. That's the
Yes,
truth. You will get there. The truth is that the people who have gotten there, they don't have two heads. They don't
yes,
have they don't have eight legs or two heads. So we can get there. We
yes,
follow the principle. We're consistent, and we do the right things we're supposed to do. Abide by the principles of money. We will surely get there, and that's the reason why we are all billionaires, right?
yes,
You're a billionaire, whether you are there in the physical or not, you are a billionaire. And
yes,
you also remember that we first win in our mind even
of
before
course.
we get it in cash. And that's the reason why we call ourselves billionaires. We accept it first as a mindset before it becomes a reality. Thank you so much, Ma, for sharing. And we are confident alongside with you that you're going to hit your goals. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
Ma.
sir.
So, Ma, would you recommend the program to others and why?
Of course, I will. And why? Ndị Igbo si na ụzọ dị mma ka a na-eji ugboro ịbụọ.
Yes,
because
so
I'm already in 2026 body click. Like I'm sitting pretty in my room. Yeah.
yes, yes.
So if it's not good, I wouldn't have registered for the next year. So
Yes.
because it's good and I'm getting a lot of good, like a lot of benefits, so that is why I will recommend it. Apart from that, like the like is a holistic, like I said, is a holistic thing. You get your mindset is being changed, your the way you think, you financially are seeing results, not just that you are hearing it. When you start to do those things consistently, no matter how small, the main thing I see here is being consistent. You begin to see that result. So why not? It's where I will recommend to as much as many people that I can. It's a good place to be. In short, it's one of the best place to be. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And just like you said, it's about the mindset shift. The mindset shift. It first starts from every achievement starts with the mindset. Just like we're talking about being billionaires. You can't be a billionaire if you can't see yourself become one. If you can't see it, you can't achieve it. That's the truth. So you first have to see it. And how do you even start seeing? Is by changing how you look at things, right? When I look at this thing today, how I see it, what I interpret out of it is dependent on my mindset. I might see good, I might see nothing out of it. Just like I remember yesterday when we were talking about, we're having a conversation, and we're talking about the having the mindset to see opportunities. It's a mindset thing to see opportunity. The COVID-19 era opened my own eyes a lot about being able to see opportunities because it stems from a place of mindset. How you look at a situation and you're able to tell, can I make something out of it or not? It's dependent on your mindset, right? And your mindset is hugely dependent on your programming. And that's the reason why we also talk about blueprint. If you're listening to us right now, you're not in the Money Click program, I know you're going to be a bit
Now,
why now? You'll be a bit lost, but you'll be okay. You'll be okay when you join us next year. Thank you so much, Ma, for giving us that recommendation. So usually we always say towards the end that there's that somebody who is watching us right now, and the person has been on the fence, or the person will just open one part of the gate and will just peep and say, these people, I can see what they are doing, though. But the person is hesitant to join. The person is wondering, should I come in or should I not come in? What will be your message to the person?
for me, what would be the message to the person is to come and try. Like try and see. If after 1 year you don't get result, you can go back. That just
Mm.
because definitely once you come, there's no way your life will not transform. So just try and see. If the person is peeping and the person for something is sticky, is keeping that person to be peeping. Because if there is nothing there, once you just look
The
at it,
person will not be.
exactly, yeah, because if you're scrolling through, maybe you're scrolling through WhatsApp or Facebook and you see something you don't like, you just go. But you see,
Yes.
this is interesting though. You now listen small, say, let me see what they are doing. It means that you are getting value, you are seeing something. So how much more
True.
when you come inside fully? Just try 1 year. If it's not giving you what you want, then you can leave. So try
True.
and see. It's tested and trusted. Yes.
True. 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 Try and see. And like I would always say, if you've done it your way so far and it hasn't worked out, why not try another person's way? Why not try the Money Click way? Thank you so much, Ma, for that contribution. So, Ma, we're coming to the end of today's episode here with you on my Money Click Chronicles, and it's been an amazing conversation with you. It's been an interesting conversation with stories that have gladdened our heart, and we're even more in the mood of celebration for the award that you got. We celebrate with you, Ma. Congratulations once more on that award. Thank you so much, Ma, for being here. And for us to finally end it, we would like you to describe the Money Click or your Money Click experience in just 3 words.
Like I said, it's the University of Financial Freedom.
Hmm.
University of Financial Freedom. Yeah.
University of
Of Financial
Financial
Freedom.
Freedom. Whoa, thank you so much, Ma, for those words. University of Financial Freedom. So if you're watching us today and you're not in the University of Financial Freedom, I
Yes,
don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing outside. I don't know what you're doing outside. You need to get into
sit
the
down.
University
Yes,
of
sir.
Financial Freedom. And
Mhm.
that university is not a university that you do 1 year and 2 years. It's a university you stay on for a
Lifetime.
long time
Yes,
because financial freedom is a journey.
it's a
It's a
journey.
path.
Yeah.
And I hope you come to be a part of it. Right? Thank you so much, Ma, for being here tonight. or today, because it's still day where you are. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for making out time to be here. I'm very, very particular about time because time it's something that is very crucial. Time is one of the most expensive commodities that we have as humans, and you have relinquished 1 hour of yours to us today, and we're very happy, we're very glad, and we're very grateful. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. I'm happy for the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Ma. All right, Ma. So do have a very good night, Ma. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. All right. So that was Mrs. Maureen Nwobodo, who just shared her Money Click experience with us. She had just shared her chronicle in the Money Click program so far in the last few months. She's just been here for a few months, and already you can hear the stories, you can hear the mindset, you can see the mindset change, you can see the mindset shift, right? You can see the little wins that she has been getting. And if only you were here a few months ago, then you would have been able to also tell your story today, right? So why not? Why not? This is a place that you need to be in, right? And yes, the Money Click is the University of Financial Freedom. I love that. University of Financial Freedom. It is the University of Financial Freedom. Yes, one of the most important things that we do here is a mindset shift. Everything, all achievement starts with a change in mindset. And that is what the Money Click program is about. It's first about changing your mindset. So if you join us in January 2026, that is what will be happening to you. You'll be seeing yourself having a mindset shift, right? And that mindset shift is what is going to lead you to have the results that you have. Just like people will come and somebody who once asked me, so if you join the Money Click program today, if I join, are you going to tell me how to make money? I said no. But I'm going to give you a mindset shift that will put you in a better position to make more money. I'm going to show you that in your mind that you can now conceive it in your mind that okay, I can make more money, right? So I'm not going to tell you to sell crayfish. I'm not going to tell you to sell okra, but I'm going to put a mindset in you that will help you see opportunity when it's time to make money from crayfish or it's time to make money from okra. You will have that mindset to be able to perceive it, right? And that's what life is about. That's what the Money Click program is about. So if you're not yet in, then you need to get in. You need to get it's a whole 1 year journey, right? And this year's journey is gradually coming to an end. By December, it's going to end December, and by January 18th, we're going to start a new journey, right? Into we'll continue the journey anyway. We'll continue it for those who have been with us. If you're new, then you're going to be starting your journey anew, right? To be your first time into the journey. But this is a journey that you have to start now. It's a journey you have to start now. Joining us might be something that would be a bit of sacrifice for you, but then Jim Brown would always say, "What do you prefer? Do you prefer the pain of sacrifice or the pain of regret?" Right? You don't want to be back here next year or my Money Click Chronicles in 2026, and people are sharing their journey of how they joined in January and they're having changes already, and then you're not regretting why you did not join. Remember, if you don't join us in January, you would have to wait till January 2027. So thank you very much, everyone who have joined us here tonight on my Money Click Chronicles. If you're wondering how you can join the Money Click program, the information scrolling at the bottom of your screen would lead you to us, right? And also we'll have an information displaying on your screen telling you that you can book a slot. If you do not have the money to pay at once, you can just book a slot with us for 10,000 for a single slot and 20,000 for a couple slot, and you will secure a slot or your seat to be in the 2026 Money Click program. So I want to thank you, everyone. Thank everyone who has been here, who joined us tonight for this very important, wonderful episode of my Money Click Chronicles with Mrs. Maureen Nwobodo, who joined us from Canada. Remember, we're going to be back here again tomorrow with another billionaire, with another member, wonderful member of the Money Click program, who will be coming on to share the story. So thank you very much, everyone who have joined us here tonight. Thank you to all the people who will be watching the replays. Thank you, and God bless you. Do have a very good night or a good day, depending on where you're joining us from around the world. Bye-bye.
Did anyone teach you how to handle money while growing up? I guess not. Most adults learn the hard way through debt and financial stress. But here's the thing, your child does not have to repeat that same cycle. The Naira Academy has created the Money Clique Kids program where your child can learn how to save, budget, spend wisely, and understand the basics of investing. So what are you waiting for? Enroll your child in the 2026 Money Clique Kids program and give your child the head start you didn't have.